Welcome back to the channel, Tim. How have you been?
Who?
I mean Zebed Extra. Yeah.
Well, Phoebe, it has been a rather long hiatus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have some new TV shows to talk about.
Do we?
So we're back for After Just One Episode.
Just one.
So if you are new to our channel, we have a segment where we are going to talk about some new to us / new TV shows. Some of them you might be like, oh yeah, I watched that a year ago. But they're new to us.
I binged all 6 seasons of that.
The premise of this series is that there's so much TV.
There's a lot of TV.
So we like to watch the first episodes.
And then nothing else.
And then decide if it's worth it to watch more.
Yeah.
Is Najee playing for the Steelers this year?
He is.
Okay.
He is. He's going to be destroying it this year.
Yeah, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I put you in an actually relevant jersey today.
You did. You did.
Okay, so we have 6 new shows to share with you.
Yes.
They're all or nearly all from different streaming platforms.
I'll start off with Renegade Nell. This is a Disney Plus show. Mm-hmm. And it's about a young lady who has a helper, protector that inhabits her body and gives her like supernatural powers when she is
In trouble. So this takes place in England.
1755, Trottenham, England.
Okay, so it's about Nell, and then she has 2 little sisters.
Yes.
We don't know what happened to her mother, but her father runs a pub.
Yes.
And some trouble ensues, and she finds that she has these superpowers. However, it's not necessarily helping her out too much so far because she's not of the upper class. So it's a show about classism and how the wealthy and the lords and stuff can basically get away with anything that they want.
Murder even.
And so what's going to happen is this supernatural being that comes and helps her. He kind of looks like Tinkerbell.
Yeah. Which is really funny too because it's the same guy as from
Andrew, right? Was his name Andrew? Andy?
He was the assistant.
Yeah.
On
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso, yes. Thank you.
His name wasn't Andrew. Anyway.
He was the one that was the
Well, don't give away any spoilers if they haven't watched it. If you haven't watched Ted Lasso, we really like it.
Yeah, we really like it.
But
and he's the guy that does the thing and becomes the other guy.
He's the Talboy.
Who does the
Isn't
other
he just
thing.
like the Talboy?
That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And I was like, do not give them any spoilers.
Yeah, he's that one guy.
He's the guy.
So we liked this show.
Yeah.
When Tim, I told him, I said, find something on Disney Plus for us to watch. And he put this on and I was like,
You know, the funny thing is like, I have a hard time with Disney Plus because Disney Plus is the majority of like the kids shows like you know our daughters watch, and I find a lot of their shows mind-numbingly dumb.
but they do have like a lot of Star Wars and Marvel stuff on there, but Tim doesn't like Star Wars, so...
Well, that's not true. I like Star Wars. I think it's overhyped.
Yeah, but you mostly don't like a lot of the Disney Plus Star Wars, like the newish stuff.
I don't like a lot of them. I did like The Mandalorian. I really enjoyed that.
But we didn't even watch that whole thing.
Yeah, we did.
We only watched the first 2 seasons. Aren't there 3 seasons?
I don't know.
So anyway, I give this show a thumbs up.
I do too.
I'm willing to watch another episode.
I would definitely.
It had good music, very Pirates of the Caribbean.
The hardest
there were
part.
Good fight scenes.
The hardest part of this whole show was verbiage. Like it was a little hard to follow and understand.
But thanks to subtitles.
We did turn on the subtitles and it helped.
It helped.
But here's one of the problems I have when I have to turn on the subtitles. I end up paying more attention to the reading, what's going on, than I do what's actually going on. So
I did love how, like, the whole vibe of the show and the accents, they were really, really great. It was just hard for us personally to really understand what they were saying. The next one we're going to talk about is The Goat. This is on Prime. I know, Tim didn't enjoy this, so he will not watch another episode. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to watch another episode. But
Spoiler alert.
I watch a lot of reality TV. And this is a show where they bring...
A lot.
They bring a whole bunch of characters from tons of different reality shows, even like RuPaul's Drag Race, to this show. And then they have to compete in teams. And then they vote somebody off, right? Did they vote? I think they voted in the end.
Did they vote?
And we were wondering if the guy that got voted off first on Traders was going to get voted off first. That's why I'm thinking that it was a voting thing. Right?
Oh, we just ruined Traders now, too.
No, because I didn't say who got voted off.
Spoiler alert.
So anyway, it's kind of fun to see the characters from the different shows on the show. Oh, and also the host was, what's that guy's name?
Tosh.0.
Tosh,
Daniel Tosh.
He was funny.
You
didn't like it.
So here's the thing about Daniel Tosh.
Yeah.
Daniel Tosh is goes a very long ways.
For example.
So his humor is like, I love it for 3 jokes.
Oh, you get tired of him quickly.
And then I get tired of him, and I'm like, okay, let's move on to Pee Wee Herman.
I liked him because I'm used to like... Okay, so you would rather the host of The Traders, for example, even though he's not making
Alan
jokes.
Cummings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Alan Cummings. I love him in The Traders.
Okay. So even though he wasn't making jokes, that was better for you.
It was better longevity-wise.
Okay, so for you, I'm equating it to like watching the Jackass guys do their stuff through a whole hosting job.
Kind of, yeah. It's like, when Johnny Knoxville gets kicked in the nuts about the 13th time.
Yeah.
You're like, eh.
So only watch this show if you're a hardcore reality TV fan like I am, and you have nothing else to watch. So
here's the thing. Like, this wasn't... I didn't hate this as much as a lot of the reality TV shows that you watch. And I think it's because it wasn't like... They weren't trying to build up all of the drama.
You know that other one we watched recently that had Omarosa? Do you remember that one? It was a very similar format to this. I'll have to look it up and put it in here. But I liked this better than that. Because that one, it was all about the drama. It was like, who hates who, and
and I'm not about that. My reality isn't about I hate you, so let's go to war.
Oh no!
Unless your name's Angela and you happen to be currently on Big Brother.
Okay, so Tim gives that a thumbs down. I give it a.
So I'm not going to give it a full thumbs down.
Okay.
But I'm not also going to give it an eh.
You're like...
I'm going to go like...
45 degrees down from that?
Yeah, it's a 45 down to me.
Okay.
So let's talk about Your Honor.
From Netflix.
Netflix? Is that
By
Netflix?
the way, The Goat was on Prime.
So this Netflix show, I didn't want to watch it. And let me preface this by saying...
You put it on.
I did. But we neither one wanted to watch it because... we're not huge Bryan Cranston fans.
Yeah, he's okay. I didn't want to watch it because I was like a judge show. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why
it was just kind of like, for us. But I will say, the first episode, it reels you in. It was kind of like over the top on some things. It's just like, oh my goodness, no, that did not just happen.
So it's about this judge.
It is. It's about a judge, and he has a son, and
there's these 2 sons, and they get involved in a car accident.
And one is the son of a judge, the other's the son of the
like the mafia
local
boss.
Mobster.
Yeah.
And so, complete opposite sides of the street. And
after only watching one episode, it seems like, will the judge do what a judge should do and totally uphold the law? Or will he instead choose to protect his child because he's really worried about what this mob boss is going to do.
And I think it's going to be the second.
Yes. And are you going to watch another episode?
I would watch another episode. I would. I didn't want to watch the first episode, but after having seen that.
But why did you watch the first episode?
Oh, so it was a bunch of coworkers. We were at an office meeting, and they were talking about it and how it really draws you in. And I was telling my wife, Phoebe here, that
they loved it, so we should give it a try.
So we should give it a try. So we did, and we did it for you.
Yes, totally.
I do everything for you. So
I'm kind of undecided if I want to watch another episode.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
I liked the Snell one and another one we're going to talk about, the Continental. I liked them a lot more.
Yes.
So if I were going to choose between these 6 shows, Your Honor wouldn't be in my top.
No. I would put that middle of the road.
Let's tier it.
I would say.
So we've got a 6-level tier. Where's this going?
I would probably put it in 3 or 4.
Okay.
3 or 4 out of 6.
Okay.
On this list.
Let me see. Let me look at my list here. I would put it second from the bottom.
Let me see. Oh, let me look at this list again. So, Goat is definitely at the bottom. I would totally agree with that.
We're both putting it at 5 out of 6.
Yeah, I would put it at 5 out of 6.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop the tier up on the screen so they can see where we're at.
Okay.
Okay, the next one we're gonna talk about is Bad.
Wait, where was Nell then?
Nell was at the very top.
Really? I would go 1 or 2 on that one.
Let me look. Yeah, I would actually put Nell at the top, which shocked me because I didn't think I was gonna like it. And then it caught me on right at the beginning.
Yeah.
The main actress is really good, and they have enough action in it, and the villain is really
cringeworthy,
snivelly, bleh.
Yeah.
So
snidely whiplash type.
So, okay, sounds good. All right, next we're going to talk about Bad Monkey. This is a show that was on Apple Plus.
Apple Plus,
and the reason I turned this show on is because it had Vince Vaughn, and I find him funny.
Yes.
However, this show could have been a lot more funny. I don't know why they didn't make it more funny.
Okay, I agree with you that it probably could have been a lot funnier. I think one of the things they're doing with his character development, though, is they're making a dry comedy for him.
Okay. But he's usually dry comedy, but I usually find maybe they're trying to make him a lot less obnoxious than he can be sometimes.
I think so. And
okay, so Vince Vaughn, he lives in the Keys. And he is a suspended police officer, or detective maybe? Not sure, detective. He's suspended because he was involved in an accident where he attacked somebody and that person is suing them. You find out pretty quickly it's the woman that he's sleeping with. It's her husband that he attacks, which I don't want to give away why he did that. So anyway, he's on thin ice. But his buddy who works at the police station with him, he says, I have this job I need you to do. He has to take this, what is it called? Decapitated arm?
Yeah, a severed arm.
A severed arm. He has to take it, and what's he supposed to do with it?
He's got to take it to Miami, and the Keys.
He's trying to get their police to deal with it, not the Keys.
Right. The Keys doesn't want to deal with it. They want Miami to deal with it. And so he's taking this severed arm to Miami and trying to get them to accept it as one of their missing person cases.
Right. And then pretty soon it gets claimed by somebody. But then we're also getting this side story about this man who lives in the Bahamas.
No, he also lives, I believe, in the Keys as well.
I thought it was the Bahamas. Remember, because the girl's like, I'm going to go for a trip to the Bahamas.
Oh,
and that's where we see her.
You're
and then
right.
the voodoo lady was like, you're not Bahamian, I forget how to say it.
Yeah.
Bohemian.
Bahamian?
I don't know, Bahamian.
Bahamian.
Anyway, so I feel like, I don't know. I think that that's going to pay off later. But for me, that first episode, it really drug the story down to constantly be flipping back over to him.
Yeah, I can see where you're getting at. I could see though where they're tying the two together, and
It doesn't tie in until the last minute of the episode.
Well, actually,
For me, for me, his story doesn't get a lot of intrigue until the very end, and you're like, okay.
Right, and then it makes sense. But
because on the one side there's this murder, or at least you think it's a murder, and then the other side we're going to be tied into this other guy somehow.
Yeah.
But where would you put this? 1 through 6.
1 through 6. What slots do we already have taken? 1 and 6, right?
We have 1, 5, and 6 taken.
Okay.
So I'm going to put it as a 3. I'm going to put it right in the middle.
1, 5, and 6. Let's see.
Because I'm more excited to watch it, another one, than this, even though I still like this. So this is going to be my 4. This is going to be my, that's my 6, that's my 5. Yeah, this is my 2.
Oh,
so I'm going to put this one at 1, 2, and that's 3.
I guess Bad Monkey's got to be a 3 for me.
I mean, we don't have to agree.
Well, no, I'm just saying the Bad Monkey's got to be a 3 for me because I think we actually are agreeing this week, at least on the first 3.
Yeah. I think we agreed all the way across, actually. So yeah, I would watch another episode. I'm more inclined to watch that than Your Honor.
Yeah.
Not that Your Honor wasn't good. I'm more interested in this, just personally. I'm just like, I want to see what happens.
Well, I do like the actors better in this one.
Yeah.
And there was some really good byplay in that.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like Bryan Cranston has to kind of stand alone in Your Honor.
That's a good point.
Whereas I feel like there's a better supporting cast.
Well, I told Tim, I was like, are they going to have to go into witness protection? He's like, how are they going to get into that?
Yeah.
They're not a victim of a crime.
It's like...
Without giving away too much.
You're actually the one perpetrating.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Only allegedly until you watch it.
Allegedly.
Okay, so next you can choose between this and this.
Okay, I'm going to take a look at the Continental.
Okay, and we put it here in our tier.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's definitely that number 2 spot for me.
The Continental is on Peacock if you want to watch this.
And I will say this one could probably flip-flop with Nell.
For you, okay. Not for me, but for Tim.
It's kind of interchangeable, those two. The Continental is about, if you remember John Wick, the series, there's the Hotel Continentals. This one takes place at the one from the original John Wick movies. The one that's like kind of like on that V Street in New York. The main characters in this are Winston, who's the manager of the Continental in the John Wick series.
Oh, wait. Winston?
Yes.
Whoa, I just made that connection just now.
Really?
So Winston... Whoa. Okay, I was thinking the manager was that other guy.
What other guy?
Because I couldn't remember that his name was Winston. So the whole time when you were watching this guy Winston, you knew it was that other guy.
Yeah, you were thinking...
Why would he go back and be the manager of the Continental?
I don't know, but that's what this whole series is about.
I thought the other guy was the future manager.
No, you're talking about the guy who was the... he was actually the register guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not the manager.
Oh, okay.
No, Winston is the manager.
Wow. Okay, that makes it like more involved for me and more interesting.
Does. And that's why I'm like, this is going to be kind of a crazy scenario, because it starts out that the Continental's after them.
Yeah.
Him and his brother.
So Mel Gibson is the only name we knew in this show.
Yes.
He plays like the bad guy.
He plays the manager of the...
Oh, he's the manager.
He's the manager of the Continental right now.
Okay. And there's these two sons. They're like mid-20s.
Right.
One of them is a war vet from Vietnam, came back, and he's in trouble.
Frankie and Winston are the brothers.
Oh, okay. And Frankie's in trouble. And Mel Gibson sends his goonies to London to get Winston, who is a con man, right? He was a con man or no?
So I don't know that he is a con man. I think he was just an entrepreneur.
But he like used that lady. Well, I don't want to say too much. So
Yeah.
anyway, they bring him back, and Mel Gibson's like, "You're gonna find him for me." And he's like, "No, I'm not. I don't care." And so the first episode is about the brother trying to find the brother and help him get out of trouble because the one brother stole something from Mel Gibson.
Right. And so there's a lot of corollaries between John Wick and this show. One of them being the car that John Wick drives is the one that Winston is actually driving in the 70s. So
I think the corollaries are probably like the starting point for why you would watch the show, and the reasons to keep watching it. I think it has good acting so far. It has good action. It has some good mystery because you know that the female detective is trying to investigate the Continental.
Yes.
And she has like burn marks all over her body, and so I'm thinking
and that's John Wick's mom.
What?
You did not catch this.
No.
Are you serious?
How did you know that was John Wick's mom? Oh, this is a joke.
I'm making that up.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
But wouldn't that be great if
Maybe
it turns
it
out to be
is.
his mom?
Maybe it is.
That would be amazing.
Okay, so one of the reasons why this
Plot
show
twist.
isn't at the very top for me is because it's only a 3-episode series. And each episode is long. So the commitment time is like a whole movie.
Each episode is like an hour and a half long. But, I mean, if you think about it, an hour and a half, 3 times, that's 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
That's 7 episodes.
But, like, the reason you choose to sit down and watch a TV show versus watching a movie is usually for the time commitment. You want something quicker.
No, I get you. But the nice part,
That's fine.
the nice part about miniseries like this, like Shogun was a perfect example.
Did you watch it?
I have not rewatched it. I watched Shogun when I was 13.
We need to watch that next and see, because they did a remake of it.
No, the one that's out now isn't a remake, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was the original. They were just re-releasing.
I'll look it up while you're telling me why you like that.
But the nice part about that is when you're watching some of these shows, they have commercials, right? Now, some of your streaming services don't have commercials. I understand that.
It's on Hulu or Disney Plus.
What?
It's a new season. Yeah, it's a new show.
Okay. So I would check that out because I really loved it.
Next time.
What was it? What was the name of the guy who wrote Shogun?
I'll look it up.
I can't remember, but Richard Chamberlain starred in it.
In the original Shogun?
Yeah.
See, I don't know anything about it. It was a little bit...
Like, literally, that show was like an epic mini-series.
Okay.
And it was on like an entire week.
Okay.
And I loved it. But anyhow, the nice part about having a series like this is you can stop that at any point and pick it up, and you don't have to worry about like a cliffhanger.
We don't know that for sure, though.
No, I mean you can stop it like, oh, okay, is it a slow point? Let me just stop it here, and I'll pick it up tomorrow, rather than, oh my goodness, we're at the height, and I'll see you next week. I hate that. Let me just watch it to where I want to stop. I like that much better.
That's because we've gotten spoiled from streaming, from binging.
True.
Because that's how TV always used to be.
It always used to be, and I always used to hate it.
Well, they do it for a reason. It must compel people to keep watching the show.
That's exactly why they do it.
You hated it.
No, I hated it. Because I want to know what's going to happen. Stopping.
Stop, never stopping, or what is that movie called?
I don't know. Never stopping. Stop, never stopping.
Anyway, okay, so I'll watch another episode. I give it a thumbs up.
Definitely, me too.
It's not family friendly.
Well,
no, it's not family friendly. You get frontal. You get the lady's topless in the thing.
That is true. Yeah. John Wick's mom is topless.
Allegedly, John Wick's mom.
That's my take on it.
So we're gonna go with it. They're identical. Yeah. They are definitely mother and son.
I think so.
Tim is so funny. We were watching it. He's like, "That's that person. This is gonna be this person." And then you watch a little bit more, and it was. And then he's like, "And this person's this person." And you watch a little bit more, and it was. And I was like, Okay, so anyway, we'll watch more of that. The last show we're going to talk about is not brand new, but it was new to us.
I really wish you'd start watching No with me and not this Tim character.
Sorry, Zebed Extra.
No worries.
I've been on a long hiatus, like you said.
Yeah, you've been on a Zebed Extra hiatus. I get it. I get it. We're back, but we're finally back together. We're back together.
So,
what's the last one we want to talk about?
We want to talk about Bosch.
Bosch.
So this show had like an original run.
Yes.
And then they like did a reboot recently.
Mm-hmm.
We started it when the reboot came out. We decided to start with the original.
We did.
So we're talking about the original season of Bosch.
The original.
So this is not new, but
OG
we
Bosch.
felt like before watching the new one, we wanted to know what the original Bosch was. Okay, so you're gonna need to help me a little bit with this. We like cop shows, if it's not clear. So he's a cop, but is he a crooked cop? I can't remember. He's not a crooked cop, but the very first thing that happens, his sense of morality is definitely called into question in the very beginning of this show.
He has a different take on things. And it's not that his take is wrong, but it's not necessarily the mainstream.
Okay. But we don't consider him morally gray. It's actually been a minute since we watched this. This is the farthest back one.
This is the farthest back one. I don't know that I would necessarily call him morally gray, but maybe a light black.
And he's good at his job, right?
Yes.
Like he's putting people away, but there's people that are coming to him and being like, telling him that they think he's shady and he's not a good dude, and he's like, well. So anyway, if that sounds appealing to you, I don't remember too much more about the plot of the first episode that we watched.
Well, the first one was he's actually on trial for shooting an unarmed man.
I thought he was armed.
We don't know. He was, but
they're wondering if maybe he planted
claiming that
it.
he might have planted it.
Yeah.
So
is this the show like The Mentalist, where there's an ongoing mystery that's going to continue the whole season, or is it more like Law and Order SVU, where it's like one case, next case?
No. It's not the one case, next case. It's kind of it kind of blends across at least.
So I'm putting this one in my 4 spot. I'm less excited to watch it than Bad Monkey, but that's just because we just saw Bad Monkey and I want to see a little bit more about what's going to happen.
That's true. I'll be honest, this Bosch series, the old one, like I could, I'll put it in 4 as well, because I mean I could like take it or leave it.
Okay.
I would be more, I don't know, I feel like I would be more apt to watch the one that just came out than the old one.
I mean, you can let us know in the comments. Yeah. Is it super important that we know everything that happened in the old Bosch before we watch the new Bosch?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. However, even having just watched Your Honor recently, I'm more interested in watching some more of Bosch than Your Honor.
Yes.
Is it because we like the main actor better? Or?
I think, I don't know, because the main actor in Bosch is just kind of standoffish and just...
Yeah, so I don't know what the dealio is.
I don't know, I am not a Bryan Cranston fan.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he did okay in Breaking Bad.
I'm trying to think, are there any women in Your Honor as well? Because I feel like there's female detectives. There's women characters in Bosch. But I don't remember any in Your Honor, except the mom.
Well, there's the mom.
But she's not, she's not going to be on Brian's side.
I don't know. Oh, guess what's coming out next month?
What?
That's Sylvester Stallone that we like.
Tulsa King Season 2?
Yeah, it's coming out.
We've had to wait a long time for that.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we already watched Season 2, right? We're on to Season 3?
Is it Season 3? Yeah, the next season's coming out.
But we like that show.
We did.
Okay, so those are all 6 of our episodes. Yeah. Here is our tier again for you, so you can see where we ranked them and where we spend our time watching more TV. Why do I look so much shorter than you right now?
I don't know.
I know I am.
I'm already laying over.
I know you are. Sit up straight. Let me see. You are like well, maybe not a full foot taller than me when we're standing, but nearly. I can't raise the seat any higher. I need to put like a big cushion under my butt.
My seat's higher.
Oh, there we go. We can lower yours. Oh, there we go.
There, I bottomed out.
now that we're at the end of the video, we figured out how to make us more eye to eye.
Eye to eye.
Okay, guys, well, let us know if there's any TV shows you want us to watch. Answer the questions that we asked you down below. And we have a bunch of more series for you on this channel coming out soon. So we'll see you back for that. And enjoy your TV watching until then.
Yep.
Well, probably this series, we'll have another one for you in about a month, I guess.
Yeah, about that.
Well, we'll have some movie reviews for you coming soon.
Ooh, and we got this new gaming coming up.
We've got some gaming
I
videos
got
for
some
you.
gaming videos.
So, Zebed Extra, thanks for joining me for this video.
Yes, Phoebe. I'm glad I could be here today.
Okay. We'll see you guys later. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.